All right, so we're gonna respond to my take on reality. I like him. He's really informative. And so in this video, he is saying that Robin isn't maybe not as bad as we think. I don't agree with that, but let's hear what he got to say.
Would it be wrong for me to say that maybe Robin isn't as bad as we all thought?
Oh, she is.
Some people are going to be like, "What are you talking about, James? You've been away for too long." I would submit this. Sometimes when we look at this situation with Robyn and Kody, we see her as this master manipulator, the person who's coming in and they're throwing all this salt in the game. That somehow she came in and she threw the leg up on Kody and changed his whole outlook on life. But the truth of the matter is that when you look at the situation that Kody found himself in with the ladies that we call the OG3, Mary, Christine, and Janelle, it's not that Robin came in and did this magical thing to him and changed his whole personality and the way he looked at life. Instead, let's think of it like this. We all either know somebody or know of somebody who went through a midlife crisis or after the 7 year itch decided that they were going to start dating other people or start stepping out of their relationship. Now, when this happens, usually what's the case? They find somebody, they start dating that person, they get really interested in that person. Now all of a sudden, that person becomes all the cure to all the ill and the things that are going wrong in this person's life. They become entertaining, they become fun, they become the thing that you want to hang out and do. They're like a amusement park ride for the most part. It's a bankcation because you get to go over to their house.
I mean, I get what he's saying, but I don't think that it was just that it was all shiny and new. Yeah, she is a small piece on his chessboard, but I believe that he did, to a degree, love her because more than he loved the OG3 because everything that the OG3 was complaining about and trying to get from him, Robin got that. And I'm a firm believer in that a man will do for the woman that he loves. A man will be passive aggressive, purposely not listening to make sure to frustrate this woman that he does not like. I believe that if a man really loves you, he will do all the things that you need. And the OG3 were trying to get things from him that he was already giving to Robin, and he was like, absolutely not. So I believe him when he says he did not love them. And James goes and talks about there are different kinds of love. There is different kinds of love. But in order to have children with someone and claim to be married to someone, there has to be a level of in love. That's why, in my opinion, this polygamy thing doesn't work because I don't believe that as us as humans, we're wired to be in love with multiple people at the same time. No.
And you get to be a different person. You get to be the place of no problems where you don't have to worry about a whole lot of issues. And for Kody, I think that that's exactly what Robyn represented. She was
Hmm.
younger than the wives that he currently had. He didn't go through a lot of the financial struggles that he
Right.
went through with the wives, especially when they first started out. So he didn't have that experience. So when he started getting with somebody who was much younger than the wives that he was dealing with, and in his eyes, somebody he thought was more attractive than the wives that he was dealing with, of course he's going
Right.
to start favoring her. So even when she goes back and says that she speaks Kody and she really understands Kody, it's not the fact that she understands Kody or she speaks Kody. It's just the simple fact that Kody is more enamored with her than he was with the other wives. We've all heard of situations where guys will go out, get married, and then treat that new family way better than they treated the first family. That's no slight on the sister wives, the OG3.
Yes, it is. James, I love you, but you drive me nuts. But you're a man, so you can't really see it from the woman's perspective. It is a slight because he gave Robin everything. And yes, he had more money, more, exposure, fame, and everything. So, and then also he was more attracted to her. And I don't care what nobody says, attraction is about 70% of a relationship, and the other 30 is not physical attraction. And so they obviously had more in common, those two. They were on the same page. She was young but she was smarter than the other sister wives. She came in with a mission, and her mission was to make sure that she and her kids were taken care of. And how do you do that? You woo and you love bomb your husband. And so you get all the information from about the other women, because listen, he volunteered the information about the other wives, but she wanted to hear it because she wanted to know what her competition was doing wrong and the things that he didn't like, so that she could create this aura or this environment, controlled environment, for when he comes to my house. It's like Disney World for him, and he's going to be so happy here, he's not going to want to leave. And then in return, he's going to give me this and that, and my kids and I are going to get taken care of. And so she's not completely the sole person in the demise of the relationships of the other sister wives, but she definitely played a part in it. And it definitely was a slight when he was favoring her to them. Absolutely.
When Kody says that I was never in love with them,
He
I don't
wasn't.
think it was that he wasn't in love with them or he didn't care for them. I just think that it was a different kind of love that he had for them. When he looks at Robyn, Robyn is the fun love. Robyn is the love when your bills are paid. Robyn is the love when you live in a big old
I
house
agree.
and you have access to multitude of cars. Kody owns multiple cars. When he was at Lehigh, they were struggling. If you go back to season one and look at the car lot.
And you know what? And just think about that too. And that was unfair of him to judge them based on the struggle that they came up together with, you know. So everything was cookies and cream between him and Robyn, because everything was laid, the foundation was laid by the other wives. And this arrogant bitch even had a nerve, and I forget what season it was, to thank them for grooming him into the man that he is today for her. That's what the bitch said. That's what she said. And that's when they should have knew times have changed. I need to make sure me and my kids are taken care of. Robyn, everything that Robyn said that she was going to do, it is documented on the show. And for Christine, who watches the show, because the other sister wives, I don't know if they watched the show, to not hear what this woman was saying and continue to give that man your money like that, and take care of this woman and her kids, y'all are just some dumb beat. I'm not gonna say the B word, but y'all know what I'm
Look at
saying.
the parking lot. Okay, you had people driving around with cars with tape on the window. They all riding around on baloney skin tires, just blowing flats everywhere you look. They up on bricks. The damn motor of the Tahoe that Christine was driving blew up because they weren't putting enough oil in the bad boy. It probably had an oil leak for days. I mean, they were just in different financial situations. But because it seems like their life became easier, it would be easier for him to enjoy the time that he's spending with Robyn. And because he's enjoying that time, again, no slight on the other three wives, it just seems like a better deal for him. So when she comes back and she says something to him, it does seem more like a partnership because he's actually actively listening to what she has to say. He's willing to bend or break some of the rules that he first established with his first wives. This isn't a new thing. And that's one of the funny things.
And here's the thing, James. Yes, he's willing to bend the rules, and everything ain't a struggle with her because he got it off the sweat of them women's back. And so these women, I believe that this man did not love any of them women. I believe that he finally found the wife that he wanted all along. Because the stories of all how these women came to me sounded like more like he was just fulfilling his duty and really just wanted to be a part of the club of polygamy. Whereas Robyn, he was actually he she was actually the kind of woman that he wanted. See, I don't think she's like exceptionally beautiful, but she was okay. Like I didn't think she was that much better looking than the rest of the wives, in my opinion, back in the day. And she damn sure looks their ages. But let me get back to what I'm talking about. But my point is, I believe that he fell in love with Robyn. I don't believe that he was ever in love with the other wives. But the only wife that I can say I think he was at some point in love with was Mary. But once he realized her personality and how she wasn't this a submissive and keep sweet sister wife, until she got shamed into it with the catfishing and everything, and then the rejection of him after she rejected him, and he decided, I ain't playing your game and I'm never come back over there. But I think that was the only wife he really did love, but outside of Robyn. But the rest of the sister wives, I don't believe he loved Janelle, and I don't believe he loved Christine. Not, I'm just saying the way he talked about Christine, that was not somebody who loved her. She was an opportunity for him.
Things to me, this is something that is very commonplace. A lot of times when they talk about polygamy and even monogamy, they have a way, especially in the earlier seasons, they always had a way of looking down on people who are monogamous, like it was a bad thing. Like somehow, if you're a monogamous, you're not doing the right thing, and your life is on easy.
All right, I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, they now look at them. They all monogamous. But what do you think? Do you think Robyn didn't have a part in the demise of the family, or do you think that Kody did what to Robyn what he would do to what Robyn does to him, make her the bad look like the bad guy, and then try to swoop in and say it's all me after she done took all the damn hits. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.